Hello YouTube, Marinol here once again. Today I'd like to talk about terminal computers. Now when I first got into collecting vintage computers, the last thing I thought I'd be collecting would be terminal computers. For the simple fact, they're not really a computer. They don't have an operating system really or anything built into them. Well, I mean, this one does. It's got a standard type of word processor built in. But I picked up one, which was the Wang, and I picked up 10 more, and I found them to be quite interesting. I mean, how they work. Like the Wangs have Z80 processors, which back when it came out, that was actually a very powerful CPU. And it's the same with this. This is a Televideo Model 950. Now, this is its motherboard. I don't know how well anyone can see this, if you can or not. It actually has a MOS 6502 processor, which, if you know, it's the same CPU that runs in the Commodore 64. It's also got 64K of RAM. I mean, this is a pretty powerful computer for 1982. According to this one anyway. I got one that's 1981. Yeah, I mean, for this age, this is a really powerful machine. So it would surprise you when you think, I haven't cleaned this out yet. These actually have a standalone machine that these plug into through the serial interface, and it's the CPU. Well, you know how people today get really pissed off when people say, "Oh, that's a CPU," where it's a tower of the computer. Well, back in the day, the box was the CPU, and this was just a terminal. This really did nothing else other from display what the terminal is connected to. It really didn't do anything else, which confuses me because it's got 64K of RAM, but it can take the information from the CPU, an operating system for instance, say CPM, control program for microprocessors, for microcomputers, and it can put it straight into the dynamic RAM on this thing, and it can hold it and you can use it. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate that because I don't have the unit, and the chances of me ever finding one in Australia, 0. I have looked, which is why I've been postponing making this video, for the simple fact of I can't find one. I'm going to have to demonstrate this thing without it. It does have some pretty cool features though, just on its own, just the character set of what it can do graphics. From something from 1982, I mean it did cost $1,000, but... And also, look at its design. The keyboard fits in underneath the unit nicely. As you can see, I haven't cleaned this one. This is the only one that's in one piece, because the other ones are in pieces being cleaned. But the keyboard tucks away quite nicely underneath the machine. I mean, it's all very Apple. I don't know why, but this reminds me of a Macintosh computer. Just the way it all goes together. But this came out first. Makes me wonder if Apple took the design on this. Anyway, let's have a look at the keyboard for one. Let's see, will it let me zoom? No, it won't. Okay, I'd just like you to hear the sound this keyboard makes. It's not a clicky keyboard exactly. That's just the sound of the keys hitting the bottom of the thing, but it's got a very nice feel to it. Oh, and it also, it beeps when you push a key. You can turn that off. You can actually invert the screen, you can do heaps of things. I'm going to dim the lights a bit, then we can see the screen. Clear the line. We're getting a bit closer. I think would be the idea. Put the camera down here. And we're going to zoom in on the screen. Just going to give this a twist. Undo this lever here. Keep twisting. Now we need the focus. There we go. Okay, so you can see the screen itself. Get that light out of the way. So, as you can see, it's just got a blinking cursor. This is the black and white screen one. I've got my other ones are all P7 phosphor green. But so you can you can type things on it. Unfortunately, this keyboard was broken, and the alpha lock key, which keeps it in the higher case, is no longer there. It's got some pretty cool features for its time, such as you can go anywhere on the screen and type. It's a cursor mode, and most computers I've dealt with of this age don't have this type of feature. I mean, it'd be nice if they just had a whole screen clear, but unfortunately they only have a line clear, which, I mean, you can just go up here. So you don't want that line there. You just hit line delete and it's gone. I mean, it's very simple, which is good in many ways. Fortunately, none of the function keys are actually going to do anything, for the simple fact of it's not connected to its its home, so to say. So that's very cool the way it does that. Now we're going to zoom out again, and I'm going to take the cover off because. As cool as it is to see this computer, what's inside, or how it's designed, is actually a lot cooler. Alrighty, dropping that, make it nice and bright, and we'll turn it off. I'll flip my screen around where I can see what everything. So, look at the switch, boom, she's off. I've already taken the screws out. Just going to lift the back cover. Wonder why it's kicking on. And off it comes. This one's a bit difficult to take off. Okay, I'm going to take out the keyboard, which is a phone line connection, by the way. And we'll try not to get electrocuted as we turn it around. Just trust me when I say it's not fun. So on this side, we have a heatsink. Do not touch these. Do not touch them. For God's sake, don't touch them. It hurts. We keep turning it around, and as you can see, it's a modular design. This one was dropped, so it's actually a bit broken here. But so we got the flyback transformers over here. I'm actually going to get a zoom on this so you can see it. I'm going to do some special stuff for once. And trust me, I'm not known to do that. I'll get in on this, because you got to see this. This is some cool stuff. Alright, so we have flyback over here. So this sends the high voltage up to here and to there. I'm not going to touch it because it will hurt me. You got the controller. This takes the signal to it. Over here is a power supply. Now to get this motherboard out, it's very cool. It quite literally slides out of the case. And it goes into these rails over here, and that's it. The power supply is underneath there. It's a big, transformer. Move the keyboard out the way, you can see. So you got the power switch, voltage, fuse, power connector, and contrast. That's it. It's a very simple machine. The back of the motherboard has the interface. So this one's nice and tidy. There you got a printer interface, and for the CPU. This board also hasn't been worked on yet because it's very dirty. Yeah, you get a general overlook of what this thing is. Unfortunately, I don't know a great deal about these. I'm going to have to disassemble this one as well to clean it. I've already taken the top off and everything. They got a bit of rust on some of them. This one's the dirtiest of them all. I don't know, I just really like the design. It's very... think different. It's the best way I could put these. A very think different design. I like it. It kind of reminds me of IBM meets Macintosh, just before it happened. Oh, before I do finish, there's 3 different variants of the motherboard. You have the MOS 6502, the Rockwell chip, and you've also got the Z80. The Z80 is the one I don't have, which is unfortunate. Because I do like the Z80 processor, it's very versatile, and I kind of want to make it run Spectrum software somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will figure out a way. I just need to reprogram the ROM. Anyway, this has been a nice quick little overview of the Televideo Model 950, and I hope everyone enjoyed watching. See you guys later, and sorry for taking so long.